Okay, moving on. Michael R. of Easton. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, Michael R. speaks in again. Hi, Matt. This question is from Benjamin Hobbs for this. Please hold for Dave Seth. Enclosed is the rough stand-in art in question. Subject, read my appearance in Spore Batvark Part 1. Thanks. Now I want to know what happened to that stand-in art. The art in question. And there you are. This is me saying I want a photo dubbed in here, but this is roughly what I want the photo to look like. And that qualifies as Serapis in Hell with a question mark artwork, which is one of the categories in the Serapis archive, which is more over in the direction of documents than actual artwork per se. So it's not at the off-site house. It's at the off-White House here, but it hasn't been formerly inventoried. I think I told everybody that back during Ramadan, I completely pulled everything out of the upstairs closet. It was all in manila envelopes and transferred them into stay flats so that they would stay vertical and orderly. I got about 3/4 of the way through that process, and I'm down to, I would ballpark it at 20, 15 manila envelopes left that have to be, the manila envelopes need to be deep sixed and the contents put into the large size stay flats. We've got the stay flats in stock here at Camp David, so I'll be able to do the process pretty quickly when I actually do get to it. And I think those have already been done. Serapis in Hell with a question mark artwork. There isn't a lot of it because for the first few years of Serapis in Hell, I couldn't draw. And now we're at the point where theoretically I will be doing drawing whole manga issues of Serapis in Hell with a question mark. But most of the stuff is, okay, occasionally I would do a drawing. Here's one. In the category, there's the drawing of spider bark, where, okay, it's been used in 3 or 4 different comic books, but there's still only one piece of artwork. So that's one of the ones that when I got there, okay, I know what category that is. That's Serapis in Hell with a question mark artwork. I'll put it in there. When I do, God willing, finally get around to finishing that part of the project, where everything that was in manila envelopes is now in stay flats, and I start doubling back to, I wrote on the inside flap of the stay flat, this is what this category is. So that'll be the next stage of typing out. Stay flat number 43 is this category, Serapis lettering. Number 44, Serapis lettering again. Number 45, Serapis lettering again. When I get to the one that says Serapis in Hell with a question mark artwork, for this year, for this time period, I will pull it out, and if I find the stand-in art, then I will give it to you. Michael R. I promise. I will remember when I see it that there's only one person on the planet that could possibly be interested in buying this art, and I think posterity can do without the Michael R. stand-in art in perpetuity, and will live with just the photocopy of it. And I will personalize it to you and send it to you also with the number 26 written on it. which, as we all know, is Michael R.'s can number. And coincidentally, just before I was coming upstairs to do Please Hold for Dave Sim, Rolly had been over to Studio Comics Press and picked up the two proof copies of Spore Batvark, their official printer's proof copies, because they got unremovable stickers on the back, signed by Alfonso, that say printer's proof, Studio Comics Press, and date. Although Alfonso just scrawls in it. I don't think he writes the date anymore. And I will send one or both of these to you as a commitment that you will get the stand-in art, Michael. And I am going to write the number 26 somewhere on this Spore Batvark proof copy and send it to you. No. Your patronage is more than thanks enough for me. And that's a serious understatement.
Yay, Michael.
Yay!
I still will have my vengeance.
What's that?
I'll still get my vengeance.
That's right. I forgot. What am I doing being nice to the guy that you want to get vengeance on?
Yeah, well, but I want the vengeance. You're not in my vendetta. You're like, there's a restaurant in town that Paula was friends with the owner, and I mean, it's the restaurant's been here since like 1976, but it's changed owners a couple times. And the owner was Paula's friend. Her daughter was in Girl Scouts. I mean, really close friendship. Well, she had bought the business from the previous owners and ran into some money problems. Like, I guess her accountant wasn't paying her taxes. And so the state came and said, you're giving us $25,000, you're closed. And she didn't have the money, so she closed for a little bit. Well, the previous owners, I guess in the contract, could renege on the contract and get the business back, so they did. And Paula's like, we're never eating there again. And I'm like, whoa. You want me to join your blood feud? You got to pay. I'm a mercenary.
To which she replied,
we're never going to eat there again.
So, how does that stand now? How long has that been going on?
About a year. I mean, I'm okay with it because everything I've been told, the new owners have. It's a sub shop, and part of the problem was the owner we were friends with switched bakeries because the bakery she was buying from was selling her day-old bread and saying it was fresh. And everybody complained that the bread didn't taste right. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, it tastes good. That's what the problem is. You're used to it tasting not good. And so,
being the provocateur that you are.
So the new owner has promised to make the restaurant great again. And we're going, okay. The owner of the bakery that they stopped using died. A new owner bought the bakery. You know, you presume they're going to be able to make the bread the way that the bread used to get made. You know, it's one of those. Dave Sim can't draw service number one the way he drew service number one. It won't
good
look.
Analogy. Good
it
analogy.
Won't look exactly the same. It'll look good. It'll probably even look better, but it's not going to be. You know, that nostalgia you'll want. And,
right.
And around the same time this happened, I was doing something where I asked my brother, you know, hey, this is a role-playing game thing. You're into role-playing games more than I am. I want to buy this. You know, where do I go? And he's going, oh, well, you got to talk to Bob. And I'm like, okay, how do I get a hold of Bob? Well, and Bob sells stuff out of his basement, and he's semi-retired, and you got to wait for when Bob wants to be available. And I'm going, I want the stuff now. Why can't I go to the store in town? Well, I have a blood feud with the store. And I'm going, okay, this is like the third blood feud I've heard about in 2 weeks. From now on, I'm a mercenary. You want me to join you? I'll join any crusade you want, but cash on the barrelhead.
There you go. I charge by the hour. So think it over.